Hello everyone, my name is Gev. I hope you're all having a great day. It's Thursday, April 23rd, so let's talk capital. Alright, well, as you guys can see front and center, we got unemployment claims today. We got another 4.4 million added on to our previous amount, putting our grand total at 26 million Americans unemployed now, completely wiping out all of the jobs that were gained from the recession period in 2008. And more importantly here, our US unemployment rate has now reached about 15%. Okay, that is a full 5% higher than we ever got during the recession of 08, 09. Okay, so we're already 5% above that. It's been about a month and 5, 6 days since this whole situation started, and we're already at 15%. Okay, and we got at least another 25 days of quarantine to go, so we can see how that can impact jobless claims to come in the next 2 weeks. All right, and on top of that, the recent plunge in oil prices, even though it's recovered some of that, a lot of that now, I think it's trading at $16 a barrel right now. Again, if you guys remember from the last video, the price per barrel is depending on the contract uh, per month. Okay, so once the contract ended for May, we automatically switched over to June, and June was trading at about $22 when we switched over, and it is currently trading at, let's look at it real quick, trading at 17.28. So it's already down about 5% from the open of the contract. Okay, so basically, I was going to make this video about how the stock market is completely defying all laws of reality and using bad news as good news. But by the time I came around to making the video, it seems like the stock market has finally pulled its head out of its you know what and is going in the correct direction based on the news. So we got a lot of news coming in from Europe and UK and America over the night. Basically got PMI readings for service and the manufacturing industry, and we got our jobless claims. And I'm not going to go too much in detail with the PMI claims for service and manufacturing. That's a whole different video for in itself. But obviously, like, none of the service sectors or manufacturing sectors are doing good. I mean, you guys can put one and two together and realize why. Everything's closed. They can't be doing good, right? More important is this unemployment claims. Okay, so I was gonna make a video about how stock market just continuously wants to defy the fact that people are not in jobs, and it just wants to continue to go up. Like somehow we can make sense of companies being worth more with less people working. Completely irrational, but that's what it seemed like it wanted to do. But thank God we finally got some sense coming into the market. And as you guys can see, currently we had a daily close right here, rejecting our resistance level at 28.50 and rejecting our 50-day moving average, and we are now moving lower. Okay, so now it looks like we are definitely going to see the 2650 mark on the SP 500, and more than likely we're going to see a test of this 11-year support line at 2550. Okay, again, volume is only on the downside. There is some action on the way up, but majority of the volume is on the downside. Okay, so I want to see how the daily closes for tomorrow and also the weekly. So we got another about 18 hours of trading left in the week, and I'm very curious as to how this candle closes. If it can be a full red solid candle down to 2650, that's a very interesting close. But let's not speculate. Let's see how it closes and how we go into how we finish the week off. Okay, if you guys remember gold, we were talking about this resistance that we were in, and I told you guys I didn't want to short this because we're in such a bull move. Even though we did break this upwards trend line that we broke it. It's correct, but again, higher lows. Okay, right? We set a higher low, and we used this entire support area as support to rally, right? Okay, so we broke this, and same thing with Bitcoin. If you guys remember, we kept talking about the break of the trend line. So we broke the trend line. Now I'm looking for a retest. Whether we get that this week or not just depends on how the next 18 hours or so goes. This could be a trade setting up for next week. But once we get this retest, And you guys can see how this 4-hour 50 moving average is moving in here perfectly with this trend line. So if we can get a test here around 1709, 1708, get a retest, I am a buyer here. Okay, above 1700, I'm a buyer. Then we're looking for a move higher possibly. The only problem here, guys, is this gravestone doji candle that we've been discussing. Okay, this is setting up very disgustingly to look like Bitcoin, if we're being completely honest with each other, going into the weekly close. So this is a weekly chart of gold, right? So perfect transition into Bitcoin here. Let me show you guys a weekly. Let's go back to this. So if you guys remember, gravestone doji candle, June 19th. I'm sorry, June 24, 2019. It's almost been a year since this candle was printed, right? What happened the next week? We pushed into it. Okay, we pushed lower and then pushed into the wick of the candle. I mean, that's almost identical to what we're doing right now. We pushed lower and we're pushing into the wick of the candle. This is the only thing that has me bearish on gold at the moment. Okay, a close above the wick would be fantastic. I want to see that, but even that, I will play this to the wick. It just makes sense. When we broke out, right? If we get a confirmation of the trend line and we start bouncing, that's a play. Whether we get above 1748 or not, that's irrelevant. You know, you can play that from 1709 to 17. I would go to 1730-ish, 30, just about, to be safe. Okay. Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin is looking great. If you guys remember, again with the downtrend, we broke it, right? We broke it. I mean, it's almost comedy how identical these two are to each other at the moment. So we had a downtrend, we broke it, we used the 50 moving average as support on the daily, and we bounced. We bounced all the way up to, where did this candle go to? We bounced all the way up to 77.75, okay? And we got rejected by our horizontal resistance level here, dating all the way back to damn near 2 years, right? Also, you guys can see how the daily 200 moving average is sitting right above us at 8,000, right? I've been saying the break of this trend will lead to 8K, 8,000, right? And that's basically what we're looking to do here. As of now, Bitcoin needs to hold above 7150 to about 72, 73, let's say. Okay, so we want to see a retrace on the 4-hour, and that's exactly what we're getting with these spinning top candles. We're looking at retracing to roughly about 72 to 73 before we move higher. Okay, nothing goes up in a straight line, guys. Remember that. I'm going to come back with you guys tomorrow to make a wrap-up video for the week. I don't expect things to change much here unless we get some kind of crazy action coming in. So that'll probably be a short one. But what I do want to let you guys know is this weekend, I will be doing a Bitcoin only video. I want to go over supply, demand, and the halving event coming up for Bitcoin. It's very important information for anyone who's involved in the field to know. And I want to make a video I want to make a video solely for Bitcoin. Okay, and it's going to be a little long one. That's why I don't want to do it now. But we're going to come back to Bitcoin this weekend, probably Saturday. So as always, thank you for watching. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. And I'll see you guys in the next video.